if once you publish a book, it's very difficult to kind of like say, oh, let me just retract these parts, because it's like, you can't. I have learned it firsthand. So let's conceal, 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 conceal all the mistakes in my memoirs and all of the crimes that the people who love me have committed. Conceal, 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 conceal. All of the records of horrible crimes that have been committed in my name. Conceal the mass inquisitions that have happened. Conceal all of the deaths and burnings and wars that happened in my name. Conceal all of the terrible crimes committed against, moral crimes that have been committed against family members in my names. Conceal all of the horrible, disgusting crimes committed against children. Conceal, 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 conceal. Make sure all of that is wiped clean. Clean, there we go. No little blemish, no mistake, nothing on your face. There we go. You look absolutely immaculate. So, now that we have a nice little smooth sort of like foundation on which we can build more things off of, like the Jacob's ladder sort of pillar of stone, we are now going to be using a little bit of that whole contouring makeup, or magic rather. So I'm going to be getting some shading. I'm going to get some shading on you right now. So let's see. Let me just get a really nice shade on you. Oh yeah, speaking of Jacob's ladder, all of my products can be found in Bethel, so make sure you go and buy my products, because if you don't buy my things, frankly, you're being a worldly person, so your choice. Oh, okay, don't worry, I will talk about it. I'll be talking about all of the shade right now, as soon as I start applying the shadow, okay? So, here's the shadow. I'm just going to be sort of like, it's like one of those like sort of like tube shadows. It's really convenient, so I'm just going to be doing the rule of 3 right now, just the rule of 3, like on both sides. Yeah, that's right. 3 plus 3 equals 6. 6, 6, 6. The number of the beast, and honestly, he is a beast in the shades. So let me just start applying this rule of 3. Okay, now on the other side. Rule of 3. I know, oh my god, okay, let me tell you about the shade as I'm shading your face, and I just dropped it. Picked up the shadow again. So, let me tell you about the low tea, like the hot steaming tea when it comes to Lucifer, but I call him Lucy because it's like, you know, gender norms break them. So, Lucy was all like, oh, I'm gonna start stealing your followers. I'm gonna try and like be like the new queen bee. And I was like, Lucy, you can go to hell. And he did. So that was me. Destroyed his reputation, destroyed everything, because I am the queen bee. You could call me God. So I'm just gonna be grabbing another clean beauty blender. And so I was all like, you can go to hell. So he did. But then he came back and he was all like, oh, how about I just steal your followers? So then he went up to my homegirl Eve and like my, my boy Adam, and he was all like, he went up to Eve. I'm gonna just like start smoothing and like blending this out now. That way it looks better. He went up to my homegirl Eve and he was all like, he has a lisp. You should eat from the apple, or fruit rather, because it doesn't specify the fruit, but like, everyone always thinks it's an apple because like apples are really good, like the red delicious apple, incomparable, so super refreshing, not overbearing, delicious flavor. So he was all like, you should eat from the apple of tree of knowledge, from good and evil. And I'm like, Eve, no, everyone knows that nerds are not cool. You can't eat from the tree of knowledge, or else you can't sit with me anymore. So Eve was all like, oh, but like I want to learn. And I was all like, no, Eve, what is wrong with you, Eve? Like, no one likes someone who is smart. You don't want to be like a smart ass right now. Only I can be smart. I have to be the smartest one in the room. I have to be the best one in the room. I dropped the beauty blender. There we go. Let me just start smoothing out this side. So she goes off. She eats the fruit, and she's like the new smart one in the group. And I'm like, you stay off to the side, stay off to the side. So then she goes over to Adam, and she's all like, oh, hey, Adam, like, how about you eat from the fruit, too? Because, like, she likes smart guys, so she was all like, oh, why don't you eat from the fruit? Because you're so let me just blend this side out. And so Adam did it, and I was like, you're gonna take my man like that? I like my men stupid. I mean, like, I need a guy with low expectations, who's kind of stupid and needy, because otherwise, they'll get fed up with me. They're gonna get fed up with me if they don't follow those criteria. side chick. I'm his main hoe, and you're gonna go over there and take him. Take him. Remember where you came from. Literally. Let me just blend this out a little better. Blend it, blend it, blend it. Okay, now throw that out. Throw that out. Just completely, just throw it all out. Just to completely demolish, destroy it. Never existed. Like everyone that died in the flood that I kind of lost my temper at because, you know, they were all like, oh, she's not that great, and they were like not following me anymore. And I was like, excuse me, you're not gonna follow me anymore. I guess I'm just gonna have to like flood you now. I know, okay, like I'll admit it, like Earth sucks, because I sent him down. I was like, oh, let's go down to Earth for no particular reason. And I was like, okay. Abby was all like, okay, how about you try a cross? And I was like, okay, but like, what about a coat hanger? Like, I could just use a coat hanger. And they're like, no, just use a cross. Use a cross. It's definitely like foolproof. It'll be perfect. In fact, try to get Romans, because like Italians are like super good at it apparently. So I was like, okay. So I go down, try to find it. How come I'm hearing noises? So I tried getting Italian. What the actual hell is going on? Is that Lucy? So I end up going down, and I end up getting what's it called? Oh yeah, Italians. So I get Italians, I get a cross, I do everything that they told me. Guess what? He comes back to life like 3 days later. Excuse me. I was trying to abort this guy, and he comes back 3 days later. Like, what is this? I gave that abortion clinic 1 star. The sun. So I'm just gonna highlight this a little better. Highlight it. Perfect. Let me just blend it out. Okay. Your face looks perfect. It looks immaculate. It looks wonderful. Now, actually, it doesn't look that great because frankly, my face looks much better. Like, my face is always gonna look better than yours, so like, deal with it. You were made in my image, sweetie, not the other way around. So now I'm gonna be doing your eyeliner and your lipstick, and we'll be done. I'm gonna keep it simple, okay? Keep it simple. So I'm just gonna grab this liquid eyeliner. Thank you, Lucy. Making so much sounds. Lucy always wants to ruin everything I'm doing, and I'm like, Lucy, chill yourself, because the next time you try to ruin something of mine, I'm literally going to rain down an apocalypse on your ass. No joke. So I'm gonna just get this like liquid eyeliner. Just sort of coast it off on your eye. Just liquefy it. Perfect. And just liquefy it. Perfect. Liquefied like the people during Noah's time. Now I'm going to be getting some tube of lipstick. Red. Like the blood of infidels. And I'm just going to be putting some of this lipstick on. It's fine. I'm God. Now that I'm done, get my memoir.
With school back in session, Xfinity is committed to helping kids continue to learn no matter where they are.
We're providing affordable internet access to low-income families
through our Internet Essentials program,
and helping college students study and stay connected through our university program.
I just got finished taking a bath or bathing myself, so I do apologize that my complexion's a little bit, makeupless. It doesn't have any pigment, it doesn't have any color or anything like that. And I have not plucked my eyebrows for a little while, but I think that that's okay. Our eyebrows are getting fuller now. Most people are not plucking their eyebrows to such a degree. Like, for example, the Mona Lisa, where her eyebrows are not even eyebrows, they don't even exist. But, excuse me. Because I just don't want you to think, oh, well, this slob doesn't even take care of her appearance. No, you just got me at the bad time. Anyways, Leonardo told me to sketch you a little bit. I'm not going to show you the sketch at the end because, frankly, he doesn't show his artwork to anyone until it is completed. But I am going to be sketching you. That way he can get a rough draft of what your face looks like and decide if for himself if you are someone that he wants to paint. Because, of course, it is an honor to be painted by Leonardo da Vinci. So, right now I'm stirring up a little bit of scented water for you, a little bit of perfumes. That way you could smell a little bit better, It's a complimentary service on behalf of Leonardo da Vinci's workers. Yes, I am one of Leonardo da Vinci's lovers, but I'm also one of his workers and one of his students. I'm trying to learn beneath his tutelage. And the word lover, when it comes to me, is a bit, loose. So, let me open this up. I'm going to be sprinkling a little bit of this perfume all over you. Raise up your head, please. Raise up the chin. Exactly, good job. I just want to spray this perfume all around your neck so that way you smell very good. Plus it'll help your chances. Yes, Leonardo da Vinci likes his men smelling good. Now, I have a little bit of perfume on my hands, so let me just wipe it off. And yes, these are my jewels. You see, Leonardo da Vinci lets me buy jewels for myself, whether it be for my own artwork that I commissioned, that people commission me to paint for them, considering how even if though I'm not Leonardo da Vinci himself, I am still someone who is working with the man, so they still want to be painted by me. And if they don't want to be painted by me, then I still get a little bit of the commission from Leonardo da Vinci as well, just because he likes to share the money that he makes sometimes. But you know, that's just it, you know. Anyways, I'm going to be applying a little bit of pigment to your face. That way I can get a good consistency of what your face is going to look like for the painting. Is this okay? So I'm going to be here we go. I'm going to be mixing with this brush some lead and some pigment, so that way we can get a good idea as to how to brush it over your face. Yes, we like to make sure that our people are very well pigmented. After this, I will be adding just a little bit of rouge onto your cheeks, and I will be reddening your lips as well. I'm not going to do anything to your eyebrows because your eyebrows seem okay. They could be plucked, especially since they're so barbaric, but it's your own prerogative. I'm not going to be plucking another man's eyebrows, so I'm going to be just applying this white pigment over to your face now. Close your eyes, please. Thank you. Now, I'm going to be applying this all over your face. Very gently down your nose. Cheeks, other cheek, around your jaw, other jaw, on your chin, over your forehead, in between your eyes, beneath your eyes, around your face. There we go. Now, let me just crush up a little bit more of the red pigment so that way I can put it onto your cheeks. Yes, that way it gives you the sort of flushed look that Leonardo loves. I do not pluck people's eyebrows. If you want to be plucked, you have to pluck it yourself. The only last time I plucked someone's eyebrows, it was the Mona Lisa. And that poor bitch did not even have eyebrows afterwards. So like, you know, pluck your own eyebrows. She was all like, excuse me, where did my eyebrows go? And I was like, excuse me, on the floor. If you didn't want it to be on the floor, you should have done it yourself. That's why she was kind of smiling in that painting. She was like, you know, kind of giving you that sassy, smirky smile. Like, oh, wait until this painting is over. See what I'm going to do to you for having plucked my entire eyebrows off. Fun fact, that's why she was smirking. She was pissed off at the fact that we took her eyebrows. Anyways, I've just crushed up a little bit the red pigment so that way I can just put it onto your cheeks. And yes, it does have some lead component into it. Are you okay with that? Good. It's all for the price of beauty. There we go. There we go. I'm an artist. I work with Leonardo da Vinci. I can make sound effects if I want to. That sound in the back. Yes, that is one of Leonardo da Vinci's inventions that he's working on. It's a flying machine. He only shares a little bit of the details with us, so I don't really know what's going on in the back, but yeah, that's one of the things he's working on. He's a very creative individual. Anyway, that's the whirring sound that you're hearing right there. It's his inventions. But let me just toss my hair this way. I'm tired of having it over my shoulder. I can feel it, and I'm like, what animal is on my shoulder? I'm not a pirate. And now a little bit for your lips. Just kind of cover up your lips a little bit. There we go. Just a little bit, not too much. The Vatican doesn't like too much makeup, and I don't like the Vatican, so it's a mutual feeling. Anyways, I'm going to be sketching you now. So, make a pose. Any pose you want, whichever pose you feel like doing. Get comfortable because we're going to be here for a little bit. And you're going to have to hold that pose. Otherwise, you will be immediately disqualified from being one of Leonardo da Vinci's subjects. Okay, so you do that. And while you do that, I'm going to open up to a fresh page in this sketchbook. Okay. Now let me get into a comfortable position. And now I'm going to be sketching you. If my hair just didn't get in the way. Oh well, time to sketch. So, I'm going to be detailing some outlines in your face for the moment. Just sort of starting out with the outline. So, okay. Remember, don't move. Don't even breathe. Right now, I'm just going to be working on the outline.